Hi, Janice Winward here with Midnight Arts. I'm going to talk about my failed attempts at doing photo transfer and what I'm learning about them. I wanted to do some fun things for my grandkids for Christmas, and so I made some backgrounds on records that I filmed them. It's supposed to be kind of like a camouflage background, and I was going to transfer things like this onto the backgrounds, and these are things I printed up on a laser printer so that you're supposed to be able to, you know, glue them on, and then you use your water and rub the paper off, and they come off, and then you have just the image on there. And so that was my plan. So I have a whole bunch of these printed off. I have 30 grandchildren, and I have a whole bunch of these printed off that I was going to do that with. Well, my first attempt, I don't know, I watched videos and they said PVA glue, and Elmer's glue is the same as PVA glue, and you can use that to do your transfer. And so I glued the first one on with some Elmer's glue all, and after it dried and I rubbed it off, it just, everything came off. The glue just turned to glue again and just came right off. So then I tried, I sprayed some of this craft bond on the back, on the, well, actually on the front of the image, on this, you know, sprayed it on, and put it on the background. This one just happened to be the outline of a frog, and so I used this craft bond and sprayed it onto the image of the frog, and then put it onto the background. And I let it dry, and then used the water and rubbed off the paper. And some of this came off down here. This down here came off, and I had to draw it back on later. And some of it was spotty. It wasn't a good outline. So I went over it with a permanent ink marker, and then I varnished this one again. So that one's on there. But I didn't like the way the glue left a dull finish all the way around the frog and on the inside of the frog. Any place where it wasn't the black thing, it left well, you could definitely see where the paper was around the frog. So I didn't really like that. So I went and got some of this Mod Podge photo transfer medium. And it says you put it on your image and put it on your, and then glue it down to your background. I got little things, you know, make sure I was getting all the air bubbles out and everything. Let it dry for 24 hours. And then I used the water and just took my hand and rubbed off the paper. Now the image did stay on, but as you can see, any place where the Mod Podge was that was outside of the image, I cannot get it off. I've rubbed and rubbed and rubbed and rubbed and rubbed, and I can't get it off. Mod Podge was supposed to dry clear, but the paper does not come off of the Mod Podge like this plastic. This is just the laser jet. The laser jet printers actually melt the toner onto the paper, so it's a plastic. So the paper rubbed off of this plastic that came out of the printer, but the paper did not rub off of where it was just the glue, no outline. So that was really a mess. And I did 2 of them last night, and then just rubbed them off today. This one, the background is not smooth. It's not a smooth background. The paint has texture in it and stuff. Um, and so actually the image didn't even stay on there as well as the Raven did. But I wouldn't be too worried about that. I can just go over that with a black marker, and I'm gonna varnish it anyway over it, so that would be fine. But there again, I can't get this white out of here. I mean, the Mod Podge has got that paper stuck on it, and I can't get that rubbed off at all. So that type of transfer was definitely an epic fail. I may try again with this craft bond and try them again, because it did dry clear. The paper did come off it, and it was clear where the black wasn't. So so I might try that again to put them on another background. But tonight, what I'm planning on doing for the rest of the night is I want to see if I can salvage this. I like this background. You can't really see it, but it's the red and blue mallet smash that I did. I don't know if you can get any light on that or not and see that, but anyway. And what I was going to do with the Raven anyway was, once I had the Raven on there, I was going to do a half swipe, put this blue and red paint back here and black paint, and swipe it like this with the black paint anyway, and cover over part of the Raven. And so I think I'm going to take some of this. It's supposed to be the Raven for Ravenclaw, for Harry Potter stuff. So I'm going to use some of this ultramarine blue and try to cover up this white with it. Paint it on and kind of cover that up. And then I am going to go ahead and do the swipe. I can't decide if I should do it like at an angle, like across here and back, like that, or more like this, so that head is sticking out. I can't decide exactly how I want to do that. But anyway, that's what I'm going to try to do tonight. See if I can salvage this background in this painting by painting over this white that's out there, and then I did want the swipe anyway, so I'll just swipe over this back part. Anyway, so I am going to pause this video, and I'm going to go work on that, see if I can get it to work. And then I will come back and discuss the final product with you. Whether it worked or not. It might be another epic fail. You know, I do a lot of good epic fails. Anyway, so I will be back shortly. Okay, I did kind of go over it with the ultramarine blue. The blue that I had mixed up in this was obvious. It was way too thin. It didn't cover it at all, and the white was just really shining through. So I just mixed up some of just the regular paint, and I put some of the this iridescent medium in it, because that's the reason I wanted to use this, was because I wanted it to have that shine. So anyway, I mixed it up a little bit of just regular paint in that. And I'm looking at the monitor, and I can see in the monitor that it looks very much better than it does actually on the canvas here. You can still really see where the glue was very much, because there's a ridge there, and so where the glue is still showing up very much. So I'm going to let this dry and probably go over it maybe a couple more times, see if I can get that so the ridge doesn't stand out quite so much. And I'll work on it, and then I'll be back. Okay, I am going to try to swipe this. I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to swipe it this way and this way. So let's see. I need this. Oh, I should have got my red paint ready. I'm not sure which red paint I used in it. Probably this one that's Master's Touch Crimson. A little bit of that. Okay, and then I have some of the the flat house paint. It's mixed up as a swipe color, but then I also have this Sargent's Art Mars Black that I'll be putting a little bit of that on there. Okay, so I really want mostly this blue, and I don't have a whole lot of it mixed up. I should have mixed up some more. Oh, I don't have any Floetrol anyway. But I'm not going to put very much paint on it. I just want a light swipe, because the background's already really pretty. The canvas, but not. And when it all gets done, if the original painting shows through, that's fine, because that was very pretty. Oh, I forgot to put some of the black in. Well, maybe just a little bit. Okay, and this is a swipe black. This does not have silicone in it. Okay, so I want to, for this, I want it to go really close to the Raven. Probably it's not going to be enough there to swipe. Might not be quite enough. Okay, this is definitely an experiment. See if I can save this painting of the Raven. Okay. Let's get this kind of flat. It kind of stretches out when I do things. All right. I'm going to start it just down there. Okay. And just lightly swipe. Oh, what a mess. I shouldn't have had it on that turntable, because that just started turning right away. Okay. Well, if it gets any cells in it, it could be a pretty interesting painting, but I don't think it's going to get cells. I just really didn't put enough paint on there probably for it to get cells. But I just really don't want the lines of the glue to show through. That's what I don't want. Oh yeah, that totally wiped out the feet. Totally wiped out the feet. I don't know exactly where they were. red's coming up through, causing some sails. Wish I need a picture of that raven. Kind of uncover the legs a little bit, so it does look not quite so so odd with just the body there and no legs. This is one I maybe should tell you about. I cut this raven out and was putting the Mod Podge on it, and I got it covered really good with Mod Podge, and I had covered this backside, because you know when you glue things on something, you put the glue on the back of it and then glue it on. So I had totally covered the back of this with the Mod Podge instead of the front, and of course that it wasn't going to work. Okay, well, I think I'm done playing with this one for tonight. Just looks really dark in your video, but the raven is a different color black than the rest. So I don't know when it dries if that raven will show up or what. I don't know. And also when it dries, I don't know if it's going to show all the glue lines. I don't know just how that's going to work out, but we'll give it a try, let it dry, and just see if it's at all usable. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great night.